Hi, I have a program here on my C drive, Python 34, and it's called test.py. I'm going to load that into my editor that I'll create with Python tkinter, make some changes to it, and then save it back to the disk and run it, just to ensure that it's still okay and I haven't broken it with my editing program. Here goes. Well, first I'll come into idle, lock in, file, open, and come down to test.py. There it is. And I click on open. Now here's my program. ML equals list. So I've got an empty list here. Well, this is true. Do the following. Input number, please. If x equals 0, break. And then it takes whatever I keyed in, which is in x, makes sure that it's a float, then appends it into ML. At the end it prints it, sorts it, and then blank line and prints the whole thing again. Now, take a look at this line of code. Take a look at this line of code. X equals input. And here's my message to the user. It is too brief. I should say, number please, 0 to end. I'm going to change that in my editor and then save it back to the disk, run the program again, and see if the change took. That's a good test to see if it worked. All right, let's get to work on this. Sounds like a lot of fun anyway. So the first thing I'll do this interactively, is from tkinter import star. Next thing is my root window, I'll call it root, equals tk, open close parens, and there she blows. Let me move this out of the way now, and over to the side, and next I'm going to go get that file. X equals file dialog dot ask open file name, open close parens. Wow, that was a long one. It says Mr. File Dialog? Yes, I'm gonna ask you to help me out. He says, how? Well, by opening up a file with the name of, then I get the list, and I'll choose that file, test.py, and then assign that name, just the name, to here, and it'll put the name in the location there. All right, here we go. We're going to get a big screen now. All right, let's go get test now. Test.py, there it is. So I click on this guy, and then open. Now, what's in X, just to be sure I've got the right file, test.py. Oh, I'm super happy now. So I'm going to take this guy here, and I'm going to put a text box inside of it. And then I'll change it so it's a little bit wider, a little bit longer. T equals Mr. Text function. Yes, I'd like to put your silly self into the root window. He says, okay, I'll do that. Your state will be normal. There's going to be a normal text box. And your height is going to be equal to 15. Oh, that's not a 5. And your width will be equal to 60. Close parens. There we go. We did this in the last program. Well, I'm heading up to the grand finale now. Mr. T? Yes. Pack your silly self in there. You just got longer, wider, and text box is now inside of him. And you can see I can click inside of it. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Next thing. Let's move him over. Now, Mr. T. Yes. I want you to insert something into yourself. Right up to the end. I said, what do you want me to insert into myself? Well, open up the file that's in the variable called X and read all of its contents right into your silly self. And he says, okay, I'll do that. And he just did it. Oh, there it is right there. All right, as you can see, it's got the file in there now. I'd like to change this prompt here. I just click in here, number please, parens, 0 to exit. They call this a Sentinel program. That's a nice name for it. So we've just changed our prompt within our text editor. Well, if we just leave it like this, it won't change the file that's on the disk. So what does we do? I'm going to take the variable b. Let's choose b. b is equal to the following. Mr. T, yes, move this out of the way. Would you do me a favor and get everything out of that text box that I just created that's got the file inside of it? Yeah, starting from where, he says to me. Starting from 1.0. It's the very beginning. All the way to the end of that text box. Grab everything. He says, okay, I grabbed it. What do you want me to do with it? Put it into B. Okay, so he grabs all this text with all my changes that I put in here now. All of this, and he puts it into the variable B. Now I've got it in B. What do? Well, let me check just to be certain that I've got everything in there and I haven't screwed up. So print B, and yep, it's in there, plus my changes, 0 to exit. There's everything. Okay, that was just a test. You didn't have to do it, but so it was good to do it. Next thing I want to do is finish it off by writing it now to the file. It's pretty simple now to do this. I'm going to create a variable called f. I'm going to say f, you're equal to the following. Go open up the file called, what was the name of that file? I put it into the variable called x. Didn't I do that? I'm pretty sure I did that. I opened up the file name called something, test.py, and I put it into x. So x has the file name in it. That was my file name. So I want to write it to that guy, to Mr. X. So write it to x, just like that. And I want to write it as text. And close brackets, hit enter. I opened up that file that's in here, and I assigned it to F. That's all I did. I haven't changed the file yet. I'm about to. Mr. F, yes, would you write all the contents that's in that variable B? What was in B? All of this stuff. Would you write all of that stuff to the file associated with F, which is X, which is our file called test.py? Would you write that to the disk? It says, okay, I'll do it. And I hit enter. Oh, look what just happened. He wrote 146 characters back to the disk. Well, I think it worked. Let's go find out. First, let's close this file. It's super important to do that. And now, let's go back to our window and find that file. And here we go. I'm in Python 34, and there it is, Mr. Test.py. What I'm going to do with Mr. Test.py, I'm going to put him into Notepad. Just drag him into Notepad and take a look, see if the changes took. Alright, there's my Notepad. I click on test.py and I drag him right in there. And let's take a look. Oh, look, there's our guy. X equals input. Number, please. 0 to exit. The changes took. Changes were enacted. Alright, that looks great. I'm going to X out of here, close that window. I'm then going to load this guy into Python and see if it actually still works. Make sure I haven't destroyed anything. Good idea? Good idea. So I'm in idle now. File, new file. Alright, here's my untitled file. Python file. File. Let's go to recent files, and there it is, test.py. Let's load it in. Oh, there it is. Oh, with our changes. 0 to exit. Oh, we are doing good. Now, the next thing I want to do is run this program, see if it still works. So I'm going to click on Run, and then Run Module. There it is. Number, please. 0 to exit. So I can 11, 22, 33. Okay, I want to exit now. I can't 0. And it runs fine. Runs fine. I hope that helped. Please be so kind as to like and share this video. I'd appreciate that very much. Bye-bye now.